I'll have to. What will we do about that? Thank you, Hetty. Oh my gosh. Maybe. How's this, Hetty? Where are you? Are you available to share the screen?
Yeah, sure.
And would you mind going today, if that's okay? Just
Sure.
because my voice, and you can help me out, you know. And Josh, maybe what we can do is we can repeat. We can repeat some of the things you said as we go through this. So this was thank you for opening this thing too, Eddie. And what I thought we would do now. This is a model I where I worked through it. Right now, we'll just go through the mechanics of the MRA, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate everybody's comments. And if anybody has any others, please mention these. Here's what I thought we could do. So I made this model, but I'm just really right now interested in this input C thing. And this input C, this doesn't mean anything at all for now in terms of whether these inputs are real or not. I got this from somebody else, and I had to replace somebody else, and it was so if we I made some scenarios with different timing. So we'll look at how we'd model an MRA with annual or monthly flows, and I just want to show you some kind of little tricks. And uh, uh, I'd love to hear comments on this from people. And if you go down a little bit, Eddie, right down there, do you see there's some, just a minute there, do you see where it says major maintenance costs? And this was so artificial, it's kind of ridiculous. So this was supposed to be a wind project, and they had annual maintenance, and then they had a major maintenance expense down there in line 81. Uh, uh, and then they had some blade maintenance that occurred every 7 years. Oh, you're looking at the maintenance, great. And then I was just looking at the timing. Sorry. Oh no, you changed it, of course. Very good. So these things occurred at different timings. And then the question is, the reserve account would be driven by the lender. So down somewhere way down in the input sheet, I hope we have some financing, uh, and there's a little bit of a debt size, a debt to capital ratio or something. And what I hope we can do, I haven't practiced this as normal, which is really bad. I kind of did. That's not quite true. Um, I um, if we have a month by month by month uh, uh, debt schedule, and let's throw something together for a debt schedule and illustrate how we'd stop the maintenance reserve after we don't have to reserve some money after the debt, and what kind of happens. Funny stuff can start to happen then. So I think what I'll do, so we'll get started and just work through it's really about timing. By the way, Brian saw this. He saw me in another thing making a little mistake in this UDF we did last week. So I'll make a couple of videos that show more complications and finish that up. Can you go Hetty, to that cash flow and debt service? That's just a chart. That's my favorite chart. And then I put a little flag. So we'll work through this. This is monthly. If you go to instead change the monthly to annual, then, and that's kind of what we'll do. We'll, is it, okay, good. There's a circular reference for taxes and for IDC in there. And we'll make a graph that kind of goes up and down. Now that's with the reserve. If we take the reserve out, I put a little checkbox to take the reserve out. Can you do that, Eddie?
Something is not, I tried, yeah, I can, okay, here you go, yes. No, I didn't catch it. Wait. I don't know why, because
it's
yeah,
probably
okay.
my mistake. It's probably my mistake.
It's mine then.
Okay, so that's in theory that, you know, again, how about this? Can you, does it work again, Hetty? Can you go back to annual and let's look at the difference between the IRR with the reserve and without the reserve. Now, I didn't put any interest income on the reserve account. So if you have some cash sitting there, the equity, that's the return, you can see, look at the equity IRR. What I couldn't remember. It's 8.3 when you include the reserve, and it should be a little higher if you don't include the reserve. And that's just because there's a little bit of cash and you can't take the dividends out, but it's nothing like the penalty you get when you have to put a whole bunch of extra cash up front and leave that for a really long period. That's what it could look as an annual, kind of on an annual basis. Can we switch it to the monthly basis? Or how about semi-annual? I'm sorry, what was the base? Go to the base. Sorry, Eddie.
No worries.
And the problem there is, again, our circular reference. That's why I put a little copy and paste in that little drop down box, which you could do. And so that's what it might look like. And I don't know why we have a different IRR, but and then if you're making that expenditure in one period, it's more dramatic. Okay. And what happened to the IRR if we push the reserve in and out? Excuse me again for my voice.
So out is 10.33% and 9.78%.
Okay. It makes a point about IRRs is that difference in IRRs is a lot of money. If you accumulate money and if you're growing your money, that can be a somewhat different. How about let's look at our monthly case. Okay. And so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to work through some of these. We're going to make a little graph. And you notice that graph doesn't look like the ones I typically use. And then the question is, look what happens if you include the reserve. Now, if you look at that really carefully, do you see how when we have the periods of the maintenance, the blue line, the cash flow goes up? And that's because I assumed that those single expenditures were tax deductible. And if they're tax deductible in one period and not depreciated, they realistically would be depreciated. So I didn't get into that aspect. But if we have a big operating cost during that period, then the taxes are reduced and the cash flow goes up. Can I ask you, anybody, Eddie, or anybody, if you set up a maintenance reserve account, you typically look at just the amount you're going to have to spend in that period, and you typically do you adjust it for taxes or anything like that? Did I ask?
If I Yeah, if we adjust it for taxes,
So
well,
mhm. Let me make sure I have the question right. So
sure,
let's
okay.
say you have a whatever, 100,000, whatever it is, coming up in year 5. And you set up a reserve account to cover the expenditures, that 100,000 over the initial 5 years. Uh, is that kind of how you'd set up a reserve account?
Exactly, yes. So
Okay.
that's correct.
So my point was, if you have this 100,000, if this 100,000 causes a tax deduction, if that's an after-tax amount and you can take a deduction, a one-time deduction for that, theoretically you could argue, we should do this. We're almost penalizing it a little too much because we get a bigger tax deduction out of that amount. So if the CFADS is cash flow after taxes, that's what's happening. Okay, enough of that, though. I just want to mainly focus. If other people have comments on that, please tell me. This is something I've wondered about for a long time. Can we?
Sorry, but Ed, would that not apply to any CapEx then? Because we never really look at one would never say your CapEx is 100 less the tax rebate on the CapEx, right? Or not rebate, but you get what I'm saying.
I was treating it as an OpEx, okay?
Oh, I
If we
see. Okay.
If we treat it as an OpEx, the other OpEx, you get a big OpEx deduction in the year you spend the money. You don't get a tax deduction. I assume you don't get a tax deduction for the amount you reserve. You have to wait and get the tax deduction when you actually make the expenditure. So you get that big tax deduction afterwards, and the CFADS is normally after tax. So that was my question.
Okay.
Is that okay? At least
Yes,
as a
you're not following
question.
you. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. So, Hetty, you ready to go? I'm not sure
Let's
I
go.
am. Okay. Let's press shift to F11 and let's get a new a sheet somewhere. Okay. And let's just do this in a separate sheet and let's go back through some of these timing issues that I didn't do well. Very good. Can you make ABC small and all the rest of it? Okay. Now, if we have let's say we have a 30-year project, 30 times 12 is whatever, the 360, plus we have some construction expense. Let's make a C. Oh, very good. Oh, cool. See, you're doing things better than me. Oh, I love it. And she's going to use sequence. Can you just start that? Put sequence. And then the next thing, I think very good. It does. How does that sequence? Oh, you have to put a comma first. Good.
You want to put a 0
No,
or
no,
you
no,
start
no,
with
no,
1?
no.
Okay.
No, start at 1. Very good. This is, I cannot believe something. I cannot believe if you go to the input C, let's use the stuff in input C, and Hetty's got some styles she used. You would have to explain why you made that column really small for a second.
That one, because yeah, when we do the beginning balance, we just, link it to the previous balance. So we need that column mostly not to have anything so that we can assume a 0, or sometimes for the index when we put 1 here.
Yeah, that's
so
what
just, yeah,
my question was, the index. Very good. Okay, cool. And then in H, you'll put the sum and all the rest of it, right?
that's correct. Yes.
Okay. So here's and a long time ago, I didn't used to use sum, and Hetty corrected that. It's amazing I didn't use that. Okay. Can we go back to that page for a minute? After here's what my suggestion is to put in the next line, put the construction period. It's like a construction period flag. Now, I know sometimes you have a development period, and you might have the big issue is the timing change between the construction period and the post COD period. Okay. Ooh, that's how you do it. Oh, interesting. Now, if we have, can you go back to the input C? In the input C case, I said, well, we could have an annual case, and in the annual case, I hope 24 months of construction. Do you see? I have the construction duration of 24 months. And then for me, the key thing is can you look at the second scenario? And in the second scenario, I just made an example where everything's annual. Everything is annual. And if everything is annual, then we have 12 months. There are 12 months in our period. Okay. And so we'll use the 12 months in the period. But then you see down in line 21, I just started to do this all the time because I think you should. So we only have 2 periods of construction if we do it annually. And then we have 24 if we do it monthly. And I want to make sure and get this all completely flexible and demonstrate that's a key starting point. And that's simply, if you look at that formula, how is that formula? Can you escape and go to input C and let's show that formula? It's simply the construction periods divided times this was an idiotic thing I did. Go to the first 24, Eddie. It's much simpler than that. And put an equal sign and take the 20, just take the 24 divided by the 12. Sorry about that. Maybe I made that mistake on purpose. And you need that numbers, and can you just copy that across, okay? So let's get that number as our driver of the very, very first flag.
But Ed, then it says total construction period in the annual 124. Is it correct?
No, it's see, I got it wrong. Sorry. We wanted that to be 24. Can you put an equal sign? Take 24 divided by 12.
Just 12. Okay, sorry about that. It was my mistake.
No, it wasn't at all. It was totally my mistake. And multiply that by the months in the period. Did I do that right?
Multiplied by the period in construction, right?
Yeah. Is that right?
That should be fine. I think it was the way it was. Okay, perfect.
Okay, I can't believe I have this mental block about that. It drives me crazy. Okay, but I know that getting that little thing right is a key to, and this is more for if you're just demonstrating something to somebody about different timing more than anything else. With that embarrassing start, let's put that in. So over in column G, of course, that's the index function as normal. So just take that from column. Very good. That's just our normal thing. What you did is right, Eddie, of course. Go to sheet 1 and let's just get that driver. Okay.
Okay, we need, which one, Ed, this one? The 24 total construction period.
Exactly. And then can you just go forward and make a flag? Can you make a flag the way I do it? I'm sorry. Go up to the 1 is less than or equal to the the 24. Very good. And then just press Shift Control B for boy and Shift Control R. Okay. And so, and very good. And she pressed Shift Control V for Victor. And some people would say, you idiot, why are you going to XFD? Well, that's because auditors always found me not making the sum all the way across, and it doesn't take any extra Excel time
I know.
to go all the way across. Sorry, getting emotional about something.
I used to
silly
do
like
it
that.
with Control H and replace the column, so it was a hassle. So this is much better.
I don't know if it's better. Okay. Let's go down and so now once we have the construction period, then let's put the months of how do we say that? The months in the period. So that's either 12 or 1. Okay. And then what I do here is put, oh, that's very interesting. Put an equal sign and first put the, I don't know how to do this, Hetty, but before what we were doing is, that's very good. Would you mind going to column I for a minute and just insert another old column there. And I mean a column.
Okay, sure.
And can you put another unit there? So up in
yes.
So up in 3 at least, let's call that a flag. Is that okay?
Which one, Ed? Flag?
In number 3 or in row number 3, that's just a flag. So that one was no, I'm sorry. That unit is what we got from the other page. So that was the construction periods. The first one was the construction periods, and then that's the flag. I have no idea what the right style is. I don't really care, but you decide. Okay, I'm just giving some alternatives. So this would be very good. Let's get that for both the first for the construction period. Put an equal sign. Go and get that one.
Construction and the
so this right. So we have use the other one. I'm sorry. Do the months in the period. The first one. Sorry about that, Eddie. The one in the line.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No,
months in the period. Okay.
I go crazy a little bit about this timing stuff, but okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then we.
For both operation and construction, right?
So right now we're on a monthly scenario. And would you mind just, and that will be just months. That will be just months. And so this time we have, and the big deal here for me is to get that first flag that defines the whole model, because you have such different formulas pre-COD and after COD and all that. So just put it equal if it's the one above, then make it the one over in column F. Otherwise, if it's not the one, which means it's the operating period, then make it the second one. That's the way I normally do things, not always, of course. And now, can you go to input C and just get our little drop-down box on I hope we have one there, on that one, and just paste it. So if you do it a regular, the base case was just a regular old monthly to semi-annual. Okay, and is that right? Yeah, so it goes from 1 to 6. If it's annual, they're all 12s. If it's a monthly, then it's whatever. It's all monthly, okay? And somebody in the very, very first session who probably said, "Oh, I don't want to do this anymore." Somebody said, what happens if you have a middle of the period start? So it's not the start at the beginning of the period. and I can't run. If you use that flag, but then in the very first period, kind of count the days, you can kind of solve these timing flags without having a big, long, complicated formula. That's my proposition. Whether it's always right or not is a question. But Hetty, I'm sure you've seen in models, you can just write for all these flags at the beginning. I've seen these really long, ridiculously kind of complicated formulas, and I'm suggesting you don't really need to make, you can do it more elegantly. Let's now put the start date and the end date. So we're not going to put the start date and the end date until we do this. Go. You can. Would you like to put it right at the top? Why not?
Yes,
Maybe.
I would rather. Yes.
Okay, good. Very good. Okay. And then the only problem I have is the very first starting point. You have that thin column.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what
You don't
I do,
like it?
but no, I just I go to the end, and in the end, in column
Mhm.
J4, I start with the beginning of the.
All right. Yeah, I
I
see.
put
I
I
see. I see.
I put an equal sign and get the financial close date or whatever we had there, or construction start. Yeah, financial close -1. I put -1 just to get like the day before we start. Okay, and then I say, well, very good. And then the start date is just the next day +1. And then you could use EO month or E date. Tell me which you like better.
But what is the input here for the EO months, Ed? Do we have something we need to put
Yes,
here?
no. You go
No?
forward. That's why I did
All
it.
right.
You
Okay,
put
okay, okay, okay.
EO month, go up one and put a comma, go down to the months, but put -1 there. Then put
Mhm.
-1 because we want it in the same month
You want -1? Okay. Let's
right
see.
there. Okay, and then very good. And
What
then
did I do?
no, just copy them both across. Okay, and then format the very good.
Shift. All right.
So monthly, did it work? I
Mm,
think it worked. We have
It
month by
worked.
month. And
Yeah.
then if you go to the tricky one, which is the base one,
Mhm.
if somebody like Brian has a better suggestion about this, I'd love to hear it, by the way. And then, so this one, it goes month by month, but once you get past period 24, it'll be
Semi-annual.
and did that work okay? I think
Right.
that worked okay. So
Mhm.
that's just so that's I just wanted to review that. The very first session, I tried to do that, and I didn't do it clearly enough, I think. Okay, so why don't we now I'm debating what to do. Let's just go straight to the MRA account. Okay, we could put all our revenues and expenses and maybe, how about this? Let's do it like this, Eddie, maybe just put some, let's put some, I hope I get this. Let's just see if we can put some CapEx in there. I know what we'll do. Go to maybe column B and put some CapEx. Let's put some, how about CapEx revenues and expenses? And I think I'm just going to take that from the other sheet, just so we don't waste time on it. Okay. And if you go down forward, let's get the CapEx in there. So this is totally cheating. So maybe go to column D. Can you look at the calculations page for a second? I'm trying to remember what we did. Okay, so if you go somewhere there,
You have
we
the
have,
CapEx here, right?
yeah, let's take the CapEx and then we'll take the OpEx and then we'll we'll take the revenues down from somewhere else too. Is that okay? Just so we
That's
get
correct.
some,
Okay.
just so we get some data. And oh, good. I get to see how you do it. I see. Okay.
OPEX, sorry, tell me if I'm missing something. OPEX
No,
cut
we're purposely missing
maintenance.
the maintenance. And I don't care if we did it before inflation or after this. Yeah, it
Do
doesn't
you have the
matter.
same formatted here?
I have no idea. We started in column. We're one off. Sorry about that.
Let me see. You start with K. I start with K. You start with, so I need to add a column, right?
Okay, good.
Okay.
I don't know what I put
Sorry
there.
about that.
Okay. Oh, very good. Thank you.
Excuse me. Okay, perfect.
Okay. Very good. Look at what she does. So that's and did you use Shift Control W?
That's correct. Yeah.
So what? Eddie was
You
the one
don't
who
want
really.
W?
No, I love it because you're the one she's the one who kind of developed this whole generic macros thing.
No.
Can you do this? She really did. Can you press Shift Control right arrow and just make them all the same size? You were going to do that anyway. Okay. Okay, good. Okay.
My thumb
And-
is now very far away. You're okay.
Okay. And then and what do we have? Did the that's
We
the
got the
CapEx?
revenue. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. And let's do this because I think we should always do it. Can you just put EBITDA and free cash flow just down below there? So let's just make sure we always do that just to get started. Sorry about kind of wasting time on that. And let's get the project IRR below there. Pre-tax project IRR. And I know, Eddie, you probably don't do it. Can you go down one and put pre-tax project? I know some people put all the IRRs way at the end. I never quite understood this because this is such a big one to see if we have anything above the cost of debt and see if we have something viable. So let's just compute the EBITDA and then, and what did you just do there?
No, I was trying to get your units, but I guess it's
no,
not in
I
the
see.
same order.
That's okay. Sorry. Oh, very good. Very good.
Okay, so you're a bit.
Mine
Then
is
you
the
have
just and free cash flow is very good.
and then where do you
Okay.
put your IRRs?
I don't care. I don't know. You decide. I never know. Oh, good. Okay. I use XIRR. Okay. All right. And
End of the month or beginning of the month
why not?
convention?
I use the end. The
Me
only
too.
reason was the reason you use the end is you assume that if you use the beginning balance on the debt, you're assuming that if you let's talk about this for a second. If you use the beginning balance on the debt, then by definition, you're assuming all the cash flows occur at the very end of the period. That's, for me, why you use the end of the period. But there's kind of a little thing. If you really go crazy about this, and remember, we have the difference in the annual versus the semi-annual and all that. If you repay the debt in semi-annual periods, then we're using the end of the month. If you got totally crazy after the debt is repaid, you can pay the dividends as soon as you get the money. And you could even use the average or something like that. If it's an annual or a semi-annual model, once you're finished paying off the debt, you don't have to wait 6 months to pay the dividends. You pay the dividends as you collect the money. And there's a tiny little bias in that post dividend period. I'm not sure I have that right. People can argue about that. And so you can make an argument that I had a project that lasted 60 years. The debt was paid off in 20 years. It made a pretty big difference if you repaid if you gave your had to wait 6 months to pay your dividends versus you can pay them each month. Enough of that. Okay. Very high IRR, but that's okay. Let's go with it. Can we now, let's start with our 1 second. I'm going to get some more water. Let's start with let's do just one category of maintenance. So if we go back, and we don't really have to do the rest of it. If you go back to input C, let's do a couple of things. Let's get the just a minute. We have the major. Which do you want to do? Let's use the major turbine maintenance. Is that okay? And that's what they have. What do I have there? Oh, that's the cost per turbine. I don't know why they did it like that. And then we have the real number is down there in line 81.
See.
Okay, and then that's supposed to occur every 4 years. So let's model that. And then I forgot where I put this, but I think in input S, there's some inflation. Is that right?
Right.
Yes, we've got an annual inflation rate. So now let's get all of this. When we do the inflation, of course, we've got to, if it's monthly, we can't use 2%. We've got to take 2% for the 12-month period, and if it's annual, we'll just take the 2%. If it's semi-annual, we'll take the 2, and we don't ever divide it by 2 because we have to decompound it. So how about this? Let's get our inflation right and go to our account. Very good. I don't know how you would do this. I know Penny would put that input S down and he'd kind of put it all the way down, but I'm just going to use the lookup. Could you just get the year first? Let's just put the year here. So
what do you want, Ed?
Just put the year, just the word year, and let's just get that from the date. Now, I don't know, these kind of style things, cares, put equal year and then get that. You tell me what you would do on this, perhaps, and then just copy that. And then let's just use the lookup to get the annual inflation rate. And go forward to L. We just take that from input S, and that's why we made the generic macros. We made it, if it's a lookup, it's going to color that and show you that we took it from a different sheet. So just take that one and then go to the input S and just click on the entire year in input S. Go to the input S sheet and just click on that year in line 20. And then after you click on the year in line 20, click on the line 20. So first click on the whole line 30. I'm sorry, 30.
Yeah.
Not 20.
We already done. I think there is I don't know if you can see my screen.
Oh, that's a lag. Okay.
All right. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay, great.
So done.
You done? and she pressed Shift Control P to get that, and it's constant anyway. But below there, can you put, we call it months in period. Can you put periods? I don't know how to say this, but
Which
we
one?
need 12. Go to the next line in D, put months to make a year or something like that. So what we need is the number 12. I don't know how you how you'd write that. I
Months in a year.
Yeah, that's what I do. But and then
So what
go
you want? You
forward
want to define 12, Ed?
No, I just want to go forward because
Okay.
put an equal. Oh, you should define that. Yeah, but
No,
put
I
an
didn't
equal
know.
sign
Yeah.
and put months. I think I got it in there anyway. Put months or something. We have that as a range name. Okay, months in
a
year.
Right.
And divide that by the months in period up in line 8. So now it's going to take 12 months to make a year. Okay, and then if you would switch it to annual, switch the little drop down box to annual,
Mm-hmm.
then it's just annual. And if it's base, go up to the base. And then if you go forward on that one to the construction period, then
Then it
we
turns to
two, okay? And let's now, if somebody does their inflation carefully, they put the inflation start. Let's just start our inflation at COD, if that's okay. Yeah, actually, the person I was taking this from, they got all obsessed with, oh, do we start this expense? Is that expense stated in real terms in this year or that year or some other year? You get fancy. So go down and for the periodic, put an equal sign. You open the bracket. We did this once before. And you put 1 plus the annual rate. And you don't divide it by 12. You close the bracket and raise it to the power of open the bracket 1 divided by 12. Or 1 divided by that number up there, the 12 up there. So that'll give you a different, and then minus 1. So that'll give us our periodic rate. Okay. And then if you switch it back to annual, then we're just back at the 2%. So again, I'm just showing you how we kind of make all of our stuff completely flexible and go through some basic kind of timeline issues. How about let's put an inflation index in here then, and then what we're going to do is take those major maintenance and assume those major maintenance expenses inflate. Okay. Now you use your number. I'm sorry, we need the number 1 there, right? And what do you do, Eddie? Do you type a number 1 there?
Yes, I do.
But that's an input. Is that allowed?
Yes, 1 is allowed, I guess.
Okay.
I can justify that.
Okay. Back
But
there.
you
If
said you want to
anybody-
start that operation, Ed?
No, it's not, Eddie.
Oh, no.
Brian is
Oh,
again.
Okay, Brian, tell me what you do. Tell me what you do.
I would normally just say if the period or the model period when you're starting inflation is 1, then let it be 1, else let it be the previous value times 1 plus the inflation rate. Just so that I have a consistent formula and never a 0 or a value in K. But it's look at that's, I mean, that doesn't change.
No, very good. Very good. No, helpful. It's extremely helpful. I was telling other people about, we have these crazy people who come on a Saturday and talk about this modeling. I've been telling a lot of people about you. Inside the bracket, not outside the bracket. And that's kind of what Brian just said. Inside the bracket, multiply that by the operation period. Which we didn't define yet.
Exactly.
Oh no, okay, escape. Let's define the operation period. Oh my gosh. Okay, and how about for the operation period? I don't know what you would do. I might just on there put the start and the end of the operation period, which I defined.
Oops.
I put, if you look at input, put an equal sign, go to input C. I had the COD date somewhere, and then I had the operation end date next door to it, and then I'd use an and. However you do it. Again, Brian, tell me if I'm wrong. I love it when you do that. And then make that a flag, very good, and use an and.
Ed, you have to help me with this. I always get this wrong with the
Yeah,
end.
go up to the top. Don't use the end of the, oh, yes. So we start, that's got to be greater than or equal to the 1 January, because that operation, we're starting our operation. And then it's also got to be, that one has got to be less than or equal to, if we're using the end of the period, and okay, and then press enter, and then shift control B again, and then shift control R, and let's make, that's a good one to do a sum on, isn't it? And that's when Eddie, I used to use true and false, and Eddie said, no, you got to put ones and zeros, and you might have to press shift control 1 because of that horrible thing I did, and then just redo it, press something, okay. And I hope that's the right, it looks like a kind of even number. Let's just hope that that's okay. So then could you go down to the inflation index and multiply that inside the bracket? And that's when Brian said he could have a inflation flag that starts. He could put a whole nother flag that starts and stops. But he would then also start with 1. I'm not sure if it's before that, he would have 1, right? Something like that. Okay.
Yes, so you offset the flag by like 1 period.
Yeah. Right. I see. Okay, great. All right, very good. I think it's okay. So let's just do it annual again, just to show what we're doing. So switch the monthly to annual, that will see it right. And then go forward. So we started 1.02, it goes, and then let's just prove that we did the inflation, right? If you go to monthly, it should be 1.02 by the end. Now, we could just inflate, not inflate every single month and all that stuff, okay?
Can I debate that with you for just a second for my own clarity?
Absolutely, please.
So if you accrued inflation, right, as opposed to compounding it, you're still going to get the same value at the end of the year, are you not?
I think so. For example, well, let's say we just inflate we give everybody a raise at the end of the year. You're right. I think, would that be the same as if you do the monthly? I don't know.
Yes, because the monthly rate is the decompounded rate, right? So when you get to the value at the end of the year, you can do one of two things. You can use the monthly decompounded rate, or you could accrue it just by the days in the period. And I know that's not necessarily the way it's done, but the mathematical result looks the same to me. So it was more a question, what's the benefit of going through the decompounding process as opposed to just doing an accrual for the period, and you just then obviously at the next period inflate off that value. It's
an accrual for the period. Yeah. You have to compute the number of days and all that. I don't know which is laziest. Which is the laziest way? That would be my task. I don't know. You tell me. Good. And then you get into habits. So I'm gonna try your method next. So did everybody listen to Brian? I'm not arguing for this. Okay. Now let's put our major maintenance, and let's put our major maintenance. How about let's just do it carefully. Let's put our major maintenance and maybe put dash real. So that's the amount we're going to spend. And we just said, let's take, which one are we taking? I forgot, Eddie.
Turbine, I would say.
Okay, let's just do it for the turbine, okay?
That's what we at. Where did you said you were saying C, that's the one, the 4 million.
Okay, good.
Right?
Okay. Yes. And then we could inflate it afterwards, but I'm going to be a little bit lazy. I'm just going to go forward and just multiply, just fix that number and just multiply it by the inflation, okay? We haven't put it into a slot yet, okay? And I'll explain why I'm doing it like this. And again, if we can talk about other ways to do this. Now, can you go?
Just one quick point before we confuse ourselves. Is that not nominal?
I call it real because I call nominal. Oh, did we multiply by inflation? Yes, then it's nominal. I'm sorry. We already, did we just multiply by the inflation? I call that real, and then the next one I call nominal. Oh, no, we did. Sorry. Sorry, that's nominal, of course. But then now let's get, and this is where let's get the period of the good. Let's get this is the period of the maintenance. Now, how about this though? If this we're on annual, so this let's do it annually first because that's the easiest. But would you mind, how should we do this? Just a minute. Could you take in column G, we're going to do almost the same thing, up one, in the same, could you take that 4, multiply that 4 by, how did we do this? We multiplied it by, when we did this, just in the months in the year, how did we do the months in the year? We just took that 12 and divided it by 12, right? So we just go up to line 9, which is the 12 after the operation. We have to be careful after the operation.
This one.
So divide it by the months in the period or whatever, right?
Months
so that will just, or months, the range name called months.
Okay.
Because all I'm going to do, all I want it to be is 4. Okay, but if we make it monthly, go and make it monthly, then I did it wrong. I want it to be, we have to multiply it, not just a minute. Multiply, see, I'm getting old. Multiply it by months in year and divide it by that, I think. Is that right? Please, okay. We'll make it every 48 periods after operation. Now that, we could get crazy, and I think you really would. I'm thinking about Josh. The stack replacement, you wouldn't do that all in 1 month. You might do it over 4 months or something like that. So we could get crazy. For now, let's just assume it's either in 1 month. Did the annual still work when we did this?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Sure, it works.
It's still 4. Okay. Let's insert a line and let's just count the period of operation. So we have to count if we're 4 years or not. We don't have that, and we'll just put a operation period, not year right now, just an operation period, and just put an equal sign, go backwards and add that operation flag, right? Go back 1. Yeah, and plus, is that what you do? If you do something better, you tell me, press enter. I call that a counter variable, and that's okay. And then we can.
I also multiplied by the flag so that after operation end, shut down, it's going to turn to 0. What do you think? It doesn't matter.
Good. No, very good.
Just for the end.
Excellent. Yeah. So everybody sees that. No, very, very good. So now let's just put a flag for when we're going to make our maintenance. Okay, and we could do that here. We could do that in this.
28.
What I use is I use equal mod, MOD. Do you? I don't know. And then you
Yes.
go up to the one above, and then put a comma and go to the 4 in column G. Close the bracket and put equal 0. So that says to take the remainder, and when it's equal 0. Now we're going to also have to multiply that by the operation flag because
flag.
we don't want to. Oh. Okay. Okay, and so we good. And if we would change can you go to input C and change that to, let's make it every 5 years instead.
For all of them, Ed, or?
Why not? Yeah. Okay. And just to make sure it's all flexible there. Okay.
Yes.
And very good. Okay. That's the first thing. And then for me, the biggest trick of all is to make a counter that counts if the first is going to be 0, and then when you hit the 1, you're going to well, that's not true. That's not true. You're going to as soon as we hit the 1, we're going to start a new maintenance period. Let's do it the wrong way first. Let's just, so go down and I would put major maintenance counter. And this is the big deal, and it's taken me ridiculous amounts of time to get right. Go to column L. I call this a counter. Very good. Put an equal sign, go back 1. But don't add the flag, put a plus and add the flag for the last prior period.
This one?
Go up, yes, just like that. And you have to do that when we're going to accumulate the debt from month by month to 6 month by 6 month, all of those kind of things. Press enter and copy that all the way across. Okay, so oops, did I do it wrong? Right, no, that's right. So as soon as after that flag, you go to the next period, and after the flag, you go to the next period, and so on and so forth. And then I used to do this with offset.
Yeah.
And when I had to go forward with offset, it was always such a pain for me. So I'm trying to show you an alternative. I can't even remember how to do it with offset right anymore. Then let's just get the total amount of the total amount of the amount we have to spend in the future, and you notice it goes up. So what we want to do is look ahead. Can you before we do this, could you just put maintenance incurred? And perhaps, Brian, I'm worried that we could have kind of done this. Maybe we should have done this maintenance nominal afterwards. But let's just, sorry about that. We can fix this. So that's very good. That's gonna, and just ooh. How did you do that? Oh, cool. Okay, very good. Did everybody see what she did? Go up to that number and just multiply that by the flag, not by the counter, by the flag. So press enter and just copy that across. So those are the periods we're actually spending the maintenance. And how about we could even do EBITDA adjusted? Our true EBITDA really should have been moved down here because our true EBITDA we're paying, but let's not do that right now. Let's just make sure we see the mechanics of this. Here's what I do now. I say, can you go I'm out. I probably am going to miss the very first one. Can you put uh, uh, can you put base for something like this? Base for computing the reserve, something like that. I just made that up. And what we're going to do is put that in each of the periods. So could you put equals sum if, and this is the big trick, you use the counter 2 times. That's the big sum if. Go and click on the entire line for that counter variable, and then you put a comma, and then you go up to the same number, the same thing, the same thing. So that's going to count. If it's 0, it's going to count. And then we're just, and then after that, put a whole thing for line number 30, a whole line number 30. And when you do that, we'll press enter, and it'll just give us that number. And then as soon as we made the expenditure in the next period, it gives us the next number. Do you see that? And then I think here's a little bit of a problem. It would, when we did that maintenance counter, and I have this problem always, let's do it. I'm going to do it incorrectly first. Then why don't we want to spread this over the periods. So you want to spread this over 5 periods, yes, 5 periods. I always make a mistake here. So sometimes what I do here is put periods over which to spread periods, something crazy like that. Now, we probably could just use our 5 if we did it right. Let's do it like that. Put spread periods. Let's just do it like that. And just put an equal sign here. Maybe go back up to that number 5 up there. How about so we see which one we're taking. Could you escape and put that in our little column F or something like that? Good. Oh, very good. You did that right. I would have done it wrong. So you just go up and divide that, and we better lock that, and we better multiply that one by the operation period too. Okay.
Can I make a quick suggestion there for a second, Ed? If I understood the process correctly?
Sure.
If you had uneven periods, right? That would create a slightly different context.
If you have uneven periods, let's do it differently. That's great. If I had uneven periods, then let's do it differently then. Go to, for the spread people, put equal count if.
Yeah, I was about to make the same suggestion.
But we're going to have to not put a counter in. If you do that, and that's a really good point, because that's exactly what happens when you start issuing a debt. Let's do it wrong first. You just put count if and go up to the counter, and then put a comma on the same thing again, press enter, but it's going to give us the construction period. That's it. That's it. That's all you count if just has 2, not 3. It just counts.
Right.
And then, so it counts 7 first, and then it counts the correct number 5. So what we need to do is we need to adjust our counter variable, and that is a real problem that I've run into. If you go to the where's our counter? Just a minute. The major maintenance counter. Could you insert another line? 2 lines. I would insert 2 lines because I make this mistake so badly. Okay, and put period. We need a flag for the period before the COD. Put a flag before COD. Now, I don't know, let's go to column F. And because we're going to have a monthly period, I mean, yes, F in this line, F29. Back to not I, F, F29.
Yes.
Oh, are you there? I'm
Yes.
just not seeing it. Oh, sorry. Can you let's use E date, and we're on annual. So I would put E date and go up to the COD in line 8, and then put a minus, comma, a minus, and the 12 just below there. I hope that's the date before the COD. That's 1 January 20, and make a flag just for that. And I've tried this a whole bunch of different ways. Very good. And I think, no, just equal, just purely, it's just one.
Just that one. Okay.
Just that one. Okay. And you can say, we could have used the operation flag or something, and then go down one and call that, we need to add the flag we had above. So put whatever, let's just call it adjusted flag or something like that, okay?
And this is for what, Ed, this adjusted
We're
flag?
going to adjust the counter. We're going to show you the magic of this, okay? But it's got to be before the COD. So you go forward and you just add those 2 flags up there.
Just add them? Okay.
No, just only the 2, right? Exactly. And then the counter, use that good, and then use that. Did you copy it already? It might be lagging on my side too. But then go down and I think put an equal sign and just use the counter from that line you just did. Okay. Okay. And then it gave us 2 at the very beginning down there on that spread period, which you don't even care about anymore because it's the construction period. And now we can take that. And Brian, when you do that, you can put in the input S, we'd have to put in different kind of periods or something like that. You could make it all flexible. And
Can I ask a silly question?
You could have done it easier. No,
just a question. I don't know if that would actually work. I haven't actually tried that. Eddie, do you think it would work if you did a count ifs, and your count ifs was simply the counter value like you have, and the other criteria would have to be that the operating period was 1?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I see.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it also. Okay.
Oh, cool. Very good. Oh, very good. Very, very good. Okay. Totally fine. Good. See, please make those suggestions. And now let's compute our deposit to the reserve account. Now, I think, can we do one other thing? Just a minute. When we do this base, how about, I don't know where to put this. We wouldn't do a maintenance reserve account, would we, after the debt is repaid? So let's make some kind of very simple debt repayment. And I don't know where you'd put your debt repayment flag. I know Brian would have to put it in a different sheet now that that's the law. Can you just maybe, Hetty, go, I forgot what I did in input C with the repayment of the debt, because sorry, Brian. where did we do the, just a minute, oh, come on, the tenor, the end of repayment. I didn't, oh, look,
Yeah.
let's just, can you just fill that one in? Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
Let's put I guess the E date would you use EO month? You'd use EO
Yeah.
month. Do whatever you use, Eddie. Do yours. I would
No.
start with the COD and put the EO
It's
month. So
COD or financial close.
this is the repayment of the debt. So just the COD, or for everybody else, if there's a grace period, you could add a grace period to that too. Would you use EO month? EO month might be better. Is that what you would use? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
for the end,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. Okay, that's totally
And then I
fine.
need a -1, I guess, somewhere. I always get
I'm not sure
confused.
you need a
No?
-1. I don't think you do. I don't think you do.
We don't? All right.
Let's just test it out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then could you stick the index function in there? Okay. And let's
So how are we using this, Ed, in the maintenance reserve
Yeah.
account?
if the maintenance expenditure comes after the repayment, I don't have to reserve an amount for that. I can stop the reserve, can't I?
True. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you tell me, but it makes something funny happen, because what can happen is that the cash flow could be negative in that period, and then you'd have to go get some equity money. That's when the debt is finished, that's what you're going to have to do. So let's make a flag right at the top for just the debt repayment, and then what we're going to do is we're going to so we're going to make do the same kind of thing for what if we have monthly debt, how do we repay that month by month? If we have monthly cash flows, but we only want to pay the debt off every 6-month periods, let's work that in, and it's a very similar kind of problem. Okay.
So Ed, you wanted to create a flag for the debt repayment?
Yeah, let's start. How about moving that over to column G, and let's start the debt repayment at the commercial operation date.
Okay, that's the one.
And use almost the same and thing you did before.
Ed, I think you're going to end up with what Teddy was right in saying, 1 month of extra payments.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. That's why I just do it with the sum. I just wanted to see. You're too smart, Brian. I can't get that. I'm sorry about that silly formatting, but Shift Control 1 and
Shift Control 1 works. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
No,
let me do that.
Why?
Now that it's here, let's do it.
Just first get rid of it, delete it, and then Shift Control 1 and then do it. Sorry about that. I've got to fix that. I don't know how to fix that. That's one of.
No, I like
so
it.
Just delete.
These brackets are good.
Yeah, but we got to fix it so it doesn't go to the adjacent column.
True.
I don't know.
True.
Excel, how do we do this? Right. Okay.
So it's a 25-year tenor, right? Yes. Okay.
So did that work or not?
Yeah.
Did it work with?
Oh, it did work. Oh, okay.
That's because you used it. I don't know why. I would have guessed if I would have used E-date, you would have been right. But EO month, it kind of works. Okay. Good. Okay. So let's just wear it as base for computing reserve down there in line 34. Is that the one? I think we can multiply that by that debt repayment flag, and so we don't keep putting it in a reserve account after the debt repayment, you can maybe look forward to see.
Right, it finishes.
So we're going to have to figure out what to do with that expenditure in that year, January of 50.
Mhm.
And then you also could have some rules. What if you have to make this major maintenance the 1 year before the end of the project life and all that, so that it can get kind of complicated with all those things. So now let's get the deposits to our reserve, which are
Mhm.
just the one above, the base divided by the 2. Go up one, divide that. Okay.
Multiply by the flag, or
Well, we got 0, so we're okay. But you could. Yeah, it's up to you. And then and so now, would you mind just making an opening balance deposit and withdrawal?
sure. Okay.
Let's. Okay. However, I want to see how good.
Sorry about that. And withdrawals
The re-
at
That's up there. Ooh.
we didn't.
That's the maintenance incurred, but we've got to multiply that maintenance incurred by the debt repayment switch.
Say again, Ed,
Right.
the maintenance
In line
reserve.
33, in line 33, we have the maintenance reserve.
Incurred, okay. And then multiplied by
We don't, if it's past the debt repayment, we don't make it. So multiply it by that debt repayment flag.
it's not a min max of the beginning balance, Ed, something like this. No, it doesn't depend on how much money is in the
I think
reserve.
it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay,
Let's
perfect.
go. Okay, let's go forward and just see if it worked. Okay, good. And here's what I do on these. I use a lookup. We want to make sure that the ending balance by the end of the debt life is 0. So could you go just underneath line 43 and put the
MRE
test.
check. Yeah.
How about that? And just put here's what I would do. It's probably totally illegal. Put an equal lookup, and then go up to the end of the debt, the end of the way upstairs, the date for the end of the debt balance.
Where's it? Okay, right.
And then put a comma. Click on the whole line 4, and then the whole line 42. And I know that's Brian, that's you're not allowed to do that, but whatever. Okay, so okay, let's compute the CFADS as the EBITDA. It's the EBITDA up there. I guess we just can put minus the deposit to our account, right?
Okay.
Or if we're a little, no, yes, we could put minus the amount we spend plus the withdrawal, but okay, that would be the same.
That would be the same.
If we wanted to put a little test for whether we use a reserve account or not, okay, let's just do it like this for now, though, first. And then, how about this? what I'm suggesting now, I wanted to, in the last few minutes, perhaps, just walk through. Now, we haven't tested this out. Can you see if it works on a monthly basis?
Mhm.
I have no idea if it's going to work.
Mhm.
It did. Could you go forward and just look at that? Okay.
Where does the withdrawal comes? Right at the end.
Oh.
Okay. Oh no, it's long. Okay, it's working it.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay, that's because you did it. Okay. How about let's put can you take that CFADS and just multiply it by the debt repayment period? And let's do a debt sizing with the CFADS. Now, if we do the debt sizing, oh, good. I like that if you do it like that. Okay. Oh, very good.
Yeah, you were
And
saying.
just, yes. And then let's, I cannot remember in the input S, did I make a interest rate that varies? I put a margin that could vary.
Right.
And let's do it like that. Can you go, do you see the code number 2 in F17? Can you just see where that comes from? You can't do control and square bracket. Okay.
It doesn't work on mine yet.
Yeah, I know. Where did it come from? Let's make it,
It's here it comes. Yeah.
let's make it 1 instead of 2. All those across. Let's make it 1 and let's just do it. Let's not do the 360-day period and all that, but we're going to need the interest rate, and we have a base rate, and let's just either divide it by 12 or divide it by 2 or leave it annual. So we'll let's just set up the model. I got to set up the model to see how we'll do that. So go down, let's put the DSCR, and let's just size the debt based on the DSCR. So how about put debt service, target debt service. Let's call it target debt service. And then the tricky thing here is the monthly scenario. The rest of them, we've done way too much, but the monthly scenario where we have where we accumulate it over 6 months, that's going to be a little bit trickier, I think. Okay, and
do we have it in the inputs, target debt service?
I think I do, yes.
Here you go.
Thanks. Okay, good. Okay, very good. Okay. Now, I think maybe before we do this, let's go and let's really focus on either the base right now, the base or the monthly. So let's leave it on the monthly period, and let's say, can you I'm going to cheat a little bit. Go up just 1. No, I'm sorry, and insert a line right above there. And let's insert 3 lines. Sorry, 3 lines. Okay. And let's now put we're going to put debt repayment period or debt service period. It's really every 6 months. Okay. And I get this wrong every time, but if I have to count on my fingers when I do this. I really do. If you go back to the F, and if we think about our first debt repayment period,
Mhm.
it's going to be the COD is 1 month. Then we pay what we have the period of the COD 2, 3, 4, 5. We pay it off 5 months, not 6 months after the COD. Let's just make sure I got that right. But put equal. How about equal E date? E date and go up to the COD date and put comma 5. Now you can argue with me about this, and then I'm not sure right now. Perhaps we should just, and then for the next repayment date, put equal EO month. I was going to put just put E date if that's okay.
Sure, sorry, yes.
And then put 6, not 5. Now you might ask why that works. I made it. Let's just make sure that works, okay? So now, but now go back to those dates. Go back to that 1 January 21 and put around there, just put month. So put equal month first of the E date.
Sorry about that. I didn't
insert.
Where do you want the next one?
Right. No, just leave the E date, but make that into month. I just want June. Just put equal on both of them, because we're going to use leave it, but around, just put month right in front of it to get the month number we're going to repay.
Sorry about that. You wanted the title? I'm sorry, I can't.
No. Click on the 1 January 21. No, that's fine.
That's June 21.
Leave that, but I just want it to say 6. So just put a month, right?
Sorry about that. Yes. Okay.
No, that's I don't know a better way to do this. There might be. Brian is going to give me a suggestion, and then do that one again, same thing, and then use a or. Oh, that can't be right.
Now it's sorry that we needed that date for that next one. Sorry, I should have done it somewhere else. Excuse me. Yeah. You see.
Oh, you're right. See there. No, you're absolutely right. Take that away. Let's just do it in line below. Let's leave that exactly. And let's do it in line below. Okay, yes. So just below there, put month of debt service period. Right. Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Okay. And then let's see if it really works. So just go forward, and then we also need a month somewhere. How about just insert a line up there, and then let's just put month, out of the model. So we're just going to put a month there.
Where do you want to put that?
Just insert a line right there. It's probably not the best place to put it. We probably should have put it upstairs. Just put month.
Okay.
Month number.
Right. Okay.
And go forward. If there's a better way, I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but this is just put equal month and just click on that. It doesn't matter if you think the beginning or the end. At least okay. And then go down and put equal or. And then go up to that month number and put an equal sign to the 6. And then take that same month number and equal to 12. And then Shift Control B and Shift Control R. And multiply that by the debt repayment period, by the way. Multiply that by the. Okay, take that. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Excuse me, can I ask a question about this while you're going through the process? Because it's not intuitively obvious to me.
Okay, sure.
What happens if you wanted to make the debt repayment not semi-annual but quarterly?
And
I think Brian has a problem with the 5 and the hard-coded one. we should
not so
define
much
it.
that is that. Sorry, Eddie, what I mean is not so much that is that if you go quarterly, you can't have 2 numbers, you're going to have 4.
Exactly.
Right, we're gonna have to have a or with four numbers. We're gonna, how you do that, maybe you could put two lines. I've had that problem. I've actually
I can
had
make
that
an alternative
problem.
suggestion.
Yeah, okay.
So forgive me, it doesn't line up exactly with your methodology over here. So what I would
Yeah,
typically
yeah.
do is say, I've got a payment flag before, got a payment flag. When does the debt payment start? When does debt payment end? Two flags. Then I've got a payment flag in between for the period. And then I do a debt counter. And then all I do is say the mod of the debt counter for whatever period I want, and it'll fire at the right flag point
Yeah.
at any time. Can I say that
So
again, or is that clear?
Yes, say it again, please, please.
So let's assume, for example, you have a debt period of 4 years. Okay. You'd have effectively, you'd have a period of 4 years. You then say, okay, when I then put out my debt flag. Okay. And then I would have
Yeah.
I would then say, well, over this periods, I need to actually have within this 40-month or 48-month period, I need to pay every, shall we say, 3 months. And I would then use the mod of that to kick out the target debt payment flag.
Oh, good. I see. Oh, very good.
Because then you can change that mod to whatever mod you want it to be, right? You can make it 6, 12, whatever the hell you want the mod to be. But then you would not have to. Eddie, would you do it the same way?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, I do the same.
I'm sorry.
No, but this is also good. I've seen you
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that. It's good too. It's simpler kind of because that mod thing sometimes, it's with the quarterly and semi-annually, it's a bit tricky. So that's an
I
alternative.
might get this wrong, but let's do this.
Yeah.
Go
I was
ahead.
asking the question because I couldn't figure out how to get that 2 periods to 4 if you needed them. That's the only reason I was asking that question. I just thought maybe there was a quick and simple way and I wasn't quite seeing it.
Can you go and forward and see if we've got the right, go to the COD date forward
Okay.
and see if we've got the right, so we don't pay it off. Is that 6 months after the COD? Can you just count if that one occurred? No, go back to that first one. Does that occur? Go forward, and go back, whoops, to the start. I care about the initial COD to that date. Go back, yeah, whoops, no, just COD, that's construction. Don't include the construction.
Okay, sorry about that. It's
Yeah, yeah.
is there, okay.
Is that the COD date? No, the COD date is the operation. That's
period before COD. I don't see. I don't know where is the operation
It's the operation flag.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 6. It's 6. So I had to put 5 to make it 6. And then if you go to the next one, it also counts 6, I think. And the only reason I know that is because, is that right? Is that always 6?
It's always 6.
So now we're going to do almost the same thing we did with the MRA. We'll go down. Can you put go up one, insert 2 more lines or 3 more lines, maybe even. Okay, and then put I'm sorry, that flag for, let's re-put that flag for period before COD, that month, that thing we did. You know what I'm saying, right? The flag just before the COD that we did upstairs.
So you want me to bring it here?
Yeah, however you'd like to do that. Very good.
Okay.
Okay. And then, oh, how she's doing that is really cool.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I
love it. I love it. I'm learning. Okay. And so now let's put we call that kind of a total counter. That's a total flag for the counter, really.
What do you want to do add here?
Just add those 2 flags. We need to add that number 1. That causes this enormous problem, that little 1, for me at least. So add the 2 above.
Okay.
That plus the next one.
That's it?
Yep. And then do a counter, just like we did before for the MRA.
And what is this flag doing, Ed? Sorry, I don't know how to
We're
name
going to
it.
use it in a minute. So put a
Okay.
counter. Just go
Alright.
maybe in the next line, up one maybe. That's just going to be so put an equal sign, go back one plus back one, not this one, back one.
Sorry. Yes.
That's the trick. Press enter. And now we have a counter, and now we can sum it. Let's put the CFADS in the debt service period. So just below that counter, put CFADS in debt service period. I'm very nervous about getting this right, but okay.
I think
And just
right.
use your offset. I mean your sum if.
Sum
Sorry,
if.
I said off. Okay.
I'm still using offset, by the way.
I
Ed.
know you won't. Go up to the counter, the whole line of the counter, and then comma that one and a comma, and go up to the CFADS over the debt life. And the whole line. Press enter. And then let's see if it really works. Kind of go forward. Well, we've got all that we've added it for the 6 months. And now what you've got to do is you've got to multiply that by not that one, just only the month of debt service. Okay. So you can do it right in that line. I think we can do it in the same whoops, in the same formula, right? Sure. Okay. And that's the method I have. Now I don't know if you can debate. Again, I'm just trying to, so we have every 6 month period. And now let's do our sculpting. So when we sculpt the debt, can you go down and let's go and get the periodic interest rate, or let's get the annual interest rate first and just do our regular old periodic stuff. Okay. And that's just, I think you can, let's put the base, good. And then how about you cheat and just get the lookup in our other input S and add that to the 5. That's very bad. Very bad, very bad, but okay. Okay.
Do we have it by date, Ed, or by number?
Oh,
how did you
I have no idea.
Let's go by year. No, by year of the repayment.
Which we don't have yet. Sorry. Oh, God.
We don't?
I did the Napoleon problem. Let's insert another line for just the annual margin. Sorry, and insert a line for the counter for I guess the counter for the life is no. We need a counter for the annual period.
Why? We cannot use a counter for life.
Sorry, don't blow past that for a second. What's a Napoleon problem?
Dress me slowly because I'm in a hurry.
Well, thank you.
I'm trying to hurry up and making all sorts of mistakes. Okay, great. Okay, can you insert? How about inserting? Let's just do it like this. We have let's just put the annual, the year of your age in years. Is that okay?
Year of
age in years.
Okay.
How old are we in years? And I'm too old. That's my problem. Put an equal sign in F, and right now, go back to F. And this is for other people on this. Go up to the top up there and get the 12. Do we have 12 somewhere upstairs?
12 for
the down there. We had it. I saw down there. I'm cheating a little bit. Go down. That 12.
Yes. Okay.
No, it's not that. No, it's not that, Eddie. Sorry. Escape. It's 12, put equal months in a year.
Yes. Oh, okay, this one.
Okay, and then divide that by that 1. No, leave that. That's what we want. Okay. No, divide that go upstairs, divide that, way upstairs, go to that, way at the top, divide that by that one way up the top, the one
Okay.
in the months in period. So that means if we would put if this
Is it
model would be
operation at your operation, right?
operation, because it's after
Yeah.
the COD.
Yeah. Okay.
So if we put this, if we made this instead of monthly, annual, then that would be one, right?
Correct.
Okay. So then just go to 56 and put equal round up and go up to the age we had in periods. Where's the age we put in periods? We did it way up there somewhere.
Where counter?
Come on. Where did we do it? Just a minute. Did we call it operation period, I think, up there in line 28?
Yes. Here we operation counter something, right?
No, I think we did it in line 28, perhaps. We didn't, the name isn't.
It's operation period. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
It should be operation count. Okay, so
And
round
then
up this.
divide that by the 12 over on the side. Lock it, F4, and then put comma 0.
Anything else?
No. And then all that does is if you, again, I can remember when people explained this stuff to me. So there should be 12 ones and then 12 twos. And if you change it to annual, hopefully it'll just be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
so then put the annual margin and use a lookup there. And I guess it's interesting that that's kind of not allowed by some people. Look up that and then go to the input S and get the whole thing and we called it a mini perm margin. Okay, enter. Okay, we never got to mini perms. Good. And then let's how about put the total interest rate and just take the 5 plus that margin.
Sure. Okay. This is the base rate.
Okay, yeah, just copy that across, fine.
Sure.
And then get the and then can you just get the periodic rate? And this time we're not going to do any fancy decompounding or anything else because that's not the way it works. But let's just divide that by 12 basically to get our annual rate. And then we're going to do some sculpting. And the tricky part is to make sure.
Sorry, divide by 12 or divide by periods in year? Because if you go to 6, then you're going to lose that.
Very good. Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, good.
Periods. So that should be.
That's months in a year in line 23.
Okay. But it doesn't depend on the periodicity of our model.
Yes, that will change. That number changes.
That's this one.
No, up. Well, that's the same, but go up. That number 12 in line 23, because then if we have a month by month construction,
okay,
then the month by month construction will be different. The interest rate different then, and you could do all the 360 business. So if you put base up at the top, change the drop down to base. And then, so now if you go forward, now the interest rate will change after the COD date. Okay. So let's put monthly again. That's the tricky one, is to get the monthly right. I'm not sure if the rest of it worked, by the way, all of our debt service period, when we added 6 and all that, we'd have to change that month stuff. And we could make it flexible. But let's do that later if that's okay. So I think I think what we could do is we want to, can you put a interest rate index? And that's what we do when we start with the repayment date and we just grow the index from the repayment date. So put your little 1 there. I still not sure I could do this without the 1. Put an equal sign, go back to the 1. I'm sure Brian could. Open the bracket, multiply, open the bracket 1 plus but multiply that by the debt repayment period. Wherever we did that, or the operation period would be fine as well. Okay, very good. And copy that one across. Okay, and then let's do our which we didn't do yet. Oh no, we have the CFADS in debt service period. Could you go up to line 54, insert a line? Oh no, we've got the target. Can you compute the target debt service? So that target debt service will just be accumulated for that period. So divide that by the 1.4. Okay, and now let's see if it's going to work. So you go down, and then let's put our PV of our debt service. And do a sum product of the debt service wherever you just did that. Go forward and divide that by it. Sorry?
Did we need it to multiply it by the debt repayment flag?
Yes, that's a very good point. But did we do that? I think we already did the CFADS by the debt repayment flag. So it's an excellent question, but I think we're okay. We did that. See, it says CFADS and then CFADS over debt life. So I think we already did it okay.
Okay.
But I hope very, very good. Let's see if it works now. Okay. Now, if you, let's go down and can you go?
Haven't we incremented the index by only a month's worth of interest?
I think we've added it. If you go forward, we've added it over the 6-month periods, I think. So we've kind of kept growing it. And then we only multiply it by so it grows to kind of 1.03, 1.06. So it's kind of discounted.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, that's the part that I was looking for. Yeah. Okay.
And then let's, when you ask a question, you don't know how nervous I get. How about let's do a kind of our test. The good news is we have that wonderful flag for the year before the repayment period. Let's put an opening balance. And then below the opening balance, goods, and then go down and put debt drawdown. But that's going to be only our debt drawdown right before the COD for our test. And so, and then put the debt repayment. And then put the closing balance. And then we'll put the accrued interest. So we could accrue the interest month by month by month. And then after we accrue the interest, let's put a paid interest. So we pay it every 6 months. We could accrue it every single month. Okay. And hopefully our debt balance, let's put a debt balance test. And if that works, we're finishing. Is that okay? Let's make the starting balance equal the closing balance. And now, I don't know if you just this kind of stuff I find difficult. Go up one for the debt drawdown. Could you, oh, very good. Very good. Could you go
Yeah.
to the line 66 and put an equal sign, just get that total, just take that one, F4, but multiply it by the flag before the COD, that one thing that says just before the COD.
Where's
Our fame.
Oh, sorry,
The
but
period
here
of
though.
line 30. We should have put that more. I'm
Off
surprised how
there.
much we use that. And then go down and make the debt repayment, the debt service, which is the debt service in the target debt service, which was adjusted for our 6-month period, and subtract not the accrued interest, the paid interest, the next one. Okay. And then get the accrued interest, and that's our opening balance times that periodic rate, but multiply that by that's okay. Yeah, you can do that because there's no, we don't have anything before COD. And then do our sum if. And for the sum if, go to the counter, our famous counter. No, the counter.
Sorry.
Where's the counter?
It should be 53.
And then go up and take the counter again, and then put a comma and take that line 69. And then
Sorry about that. I'm sorry, I got a circular reference for some reason. It's my mistake. No.
It could be.
No. So that's the counter. Yeah, criteria, and our sum range is that accrued interest.
Right.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. Yes, perfect.
And multiply
Ed, I have a circle.
yes, that does happen.
That's me. No. That's
no,
me.
it does happen. No, it does happen. Wait, it does happen. Escape. We've got to just a minute. Go down. Instead of multiplying, Brian, instead of multiplying by the repayment flag, go down. Yes. To the one with the circular reference. I'm very nervous. Now the blue lines are driving me crazy. Put an if statement right after the sum if. And you said, how would you know how to do this? I don't know. Go up to the repayment date. What's the repayment flag? With our or.
This one? That repayment flag?
Yeah. No, down there. No, our just semi-annual repayment flag, which was down in that month of debt service. It's
50.
It's this one. No.
Which one is it, Ed? What are you looking for?
Whoops. It's the one that has the. Sorry. Which one is it's the, where's our counter? Just above the counter, I think. Try the one or the month of debt service. I think it's the month of debt service, 2 above that. Is that, yeah. And then put a comma. That's it, enter. Leave it false.
All right. Okay.
And then copy that all the way across. Okay. And then it doesn't make a circular reference. And let's see what happened. Let's see if our closing balance goes to 0. Oh, please. Okay. Very good.
Are you using COUNTIF, Ed? No.
Lookup. I use lookup.
Sorry.
And again, we go to the end of the debt balance. Very, very good. Which is the debt repayment end, way up at the top where we put our flag.
Our flag. Okay, that's one.
Just only the 31 January 46.
Yes. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
And then click on the whole ending, and then put a comma on the whole closing balance. You were more confident than me. Oh shoot! Just a minute. Let's just. Can you go forward? Let me just see. We might have to make it a little wider to see what's going on. Can we? Shoot. Just a minute.
What is happening? Wait.
Oh, we
Maybe
didn't.
we switch to annual and see what's going on.
No, we're just a minute. That won't work either because just a minute. Why the paid interest? It doesn't look like the paid interest is paying. Go back. The paid interest should not be false.
Yeah. So we got the wrong. Oh, we got the count. Okay.
No, you're right. We got the wrong counter. It should have been the one above.
Yeah, this one, right? Or this one.
I think either one would have worked, but you're right. I think let's do that one.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Oh shoot!
No.
It's just and then we
put this 0.
Just a minute. That looks pretty good.
Like
What's happening to the ending balance? We got zeros somewhere. Oh, that's at the beginning. I was hoping it would be at the end. Just a minute. Let's see. Let's just make sure we paid it.
Principal debt repayment. Something now wrong. Why is it
Well,
negative?
it could be negative.
It could be
okay.
Negative.
And then are we summing it up? Okay.
We're adding the drawdown and deducting the principal, so that one is good.
Okay.
Let me see. This one is taking the beginning. Drawdown is this. Okay, that one was
And can you make sure we're summing the past 6 months of debt service correctly? So go back.
This one?
Go up one and just kind of select the prior 6th and look at the bottom to see if we're counting it okay.
Okay.
Shift, let's just...
Why the repayment row is always blank? There is no any repayments there.
So this is the whole, it's one more, Eddie. Is that right?
Yeah, it's 10 exactly the same.
And so there's a problem with that, the way I did the net present valuing then, which was Brian's question, and I thought we did that okay. Would you mind, could you do one more thing and then I'm going to give up, where it says all-in interest rate, go up to the all-in interest rate. To line 61, and I see that you're almost out of battery. Go down. When you get out of batteries there, we'll just end it.
I'm sorry about that. I'm coming. It's good that you mentioned that. Yes, here we go. So what did you want to check?
This is effectively a monthly compounded rate that we're applying over here because we're compounding monthly in the rate.
Yeah, I think that's the right. See, insert a line. He's too smart, right? Insert a line, and then we're going to put the semi-annual rate. And what we're going to do with the semi-annual rate is just do our sum if again. And I hope, here's what I'm trying to argue. If I had to do offset every time, I would be going crazy. So go forward and just use the sum if again in that line, but this time sum if on the interest rate. So you go up to the counter, just like we did before.
Okay, that's our 53.
No, yeah. And then put a comma, go back up to the counter.
And then we
go up to the all-in interest rate periodic, the periodic one, not the annual. Okay. And then
multiply by semi-annual flag or something? No?
Yes, multiplied by that same flag that you did before. period of repayment,
Period of
which is just
repayment.
the line 50,
This is for
50,
50.
I think it's 50, yeah,
Okay.
percent, okay. All right,
Okay.
and then now go down to that index and use that, that interest rate index, use the one just below, press enter and copy that. Oh, shoot.
Sorry, is the one that you multiplied by, was it line 51 or 50? Just when you
Yeah, maybe
that
I multiply
period.
by the counter, right?
double check that part.
No, that's the one. That's the index. Sorry about that. Yes.
Is that not 50? Yeah,
It
it's
is
50.
50. Oh, it's 51. So
51.
it should. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, good.
Ah.
Oh, okay. It's a pain. And for other people, if you're starting or something, this is not supposed to be an easy problem. And it's supposed, now we've kind of done circular references and these horrible kind of counting and discounting issues. And it's good I made the mistakes. I thought, okay, very, very good, Hetty. Thank you. You'll give us a present and send the file maybe?
Oh, sure.
Okay,
I
fantastic.
didn't receive the one from Josh from last week. So I don't know
I
if you
was
have
gonna
received.
ask Josh if he's there. I don't
Perfect.
know if he's there. I'll send him an email if he's not there. Okay, great.
No,
Oh, he's
I'm
there
here. I
still.
think I sent it straight away. I sent it to Ed. I'm happy
I
to send it
didn't- I
across to the
did-
full group.
I didn't get it, Josh. I'm sorry. I
No.
looked all over. I spent an hour looking for it. I said, Josh
Seriously?
must have sent it. I don't know
No,
why.
no.
Maybe
Okay,
it's me. It's probably me. I'm sure it's me. Thanks, Josh.
sorry about that, Eddie.
No,
It was Saturday, the 8th of November. I sent it
Oh my
immediately.
gosh. Which email you sent it to?
It's
My
sent
regular-
to Ed at Agile Dynamics.
Oh, whichever that thing. Okay, I'll look again. But would you mind sending it one more time if you have it?
Yeah, absolutely. And on
Okay.
which email?
Either one. Yeah, the Gmail if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry about okay. Thanks again, Josh, for the comment about
pleasure.
the stocks too. That was fascinating. It's so interesting that you just pick some independent engineer who doesn't like PEM, so he and then that affects the whole economics of your project. That was just amazing. Okay.
I was just looking up our numbers. I will try to sanitize some of the figures, and I will also share with you the calculations as to what drove our decision, because we had two options on the table. I can share that with you, and then I guess we can, if to the extent it's helpful for the rest of the group, we can touch on it.
Yeah, I think what Josh is doing is kind of the very first kind of project financing on hydrogen that I've heard about. I think the one in Saudi Arabia might have been done, but and that one apparently isn't working out so well. So that's fantastic, Josh. I should also, I did like a case study because people in Saudi told me about kind of the numbers on that one too. I got to find that and do that. Great. Okay.
Ed, can I ask you something on the timeline? Do you think it's a good idea to always force the model to start on January so that you can have your financial statements on calendar year, something like this? People, they ask me, I like to start my model with, financial close or something, or development start date, whatever is the date. But then, I'm forced to report the statements based on calendar year. So I have to say model start day is equal to the January of the year when the development starts.
Oh, that's very good. I see. That's very good. I never thought of that. Oh, that's brilliant. I hope, does everybody see what she's saying? When you use a sum if to add all the stuff together, which we didn't do, right now we would probably make our balance sheet, whatever. I guess if we did it monthly, we could do the balance sheet whenever we want, right? But if we did it 6 month by 6 month, we wouldn't have any January, but then does that mess things up a little bit on other stuff when you
It
do the
makes
debt?
these flags more complicated, you know, you
I
just
see,
need
I see.
checks all the time for the start dates. Yeah.
Interesting.
Longer,
Interesting.
not more difficult, but more flags to add.
Well, you know, this business, I used to, who cares? I don't have strong. This client of mine said, "Oh, we want everything monthly because they want to go back and then when they actually get the actuals into the model, they want to check it monthly. They want to be able to look at everything in detail, compare the budgets to monthly, and so they argued for that. And if we could get this little thing we did right, this stuff right." Then we kind of we can do a sum more easily. I don't know which you'd argue for, but okay.
So
Makes them
Ed,
all
for
easier
this
to-
method, so when the way you did it, you also need then an input for every debt term so that, you know, one can be paid semi-annually if your model is monthly
Oh, if
only.
we want to make it all flexible, right? But if we
Yeah.
just always make it monthly, then
That will be
okay.
great.
Very good. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks.
That was
Pleasure,
a fun
pleasure.
session, Ed. Thank you.
What a great group. Okay.
And
next week.
for yeah,
Go
just very
ahead.
quickly was going to ask for if you're looking for, you know, more topics. I was wondering if we plan to cover you know, structured debt or debt equity hybrid instruments as to how do you model them.
Tell me an example of that. I'm sorry.
So let's say if you had some mezzanine equity, or if there was some payment in kind debt that was only being repaid at the time of refi.
So it's like sub debt with a
Yeah.
Does the sub debt have some kind of equity kicker or something
Kicker,
like that? Or
exactly. Exactly.
Oh, how about I'll talk to you? Let's definitely do that. We have to, because I don't know how to do that. Oh, good.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next week I'll be in a plane, so I don't think I want to bother people in the plane. So maybe we need a week off. Okay. And I'll get my voice back maybe. Okay, great. Okay.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a
Thanks, Ed.
wonderful
Thanks,
weekend.
Lydia.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wait, Ed.